All right, this is Dave with ztitic.news with a very short missive that I have to publish because I'm incensed. And I hope to do more of these in the coming days and months. Um, but I wanted to comment and ask the YouTube community a question. Uh, this imminent so called government shutdown, is it good or bad? Is it good or bad? This is a question posed by News Nation's most recent slut, Cuomo, Chris Cuomo, who, was disgraced from CNN and picked up, uh, lowest common denominator, I guess, lowest price, uh, experienced media head to join News Nation. And he's been asking this question on his show recently, this week. And I called in from ztitic.news to weigh in on his question. I actually had a back and forth with their one of their producers, and they were supposed to have me on, but they did not. Um, they expressed an interest in having me on, but it didn't happen. Nevertheless, I think it's a good question to be asking at this moment, whether a Fedgov shutdown is good or not. And I was hoping to get on with Chris and have a public expose of his position, which is that it's a bad thing. Our public parks are going to be shut down and our military will be disenfranchised, blah, blah, blah. My question was really, given that the U.S. government is the largest purveyor of murder, surveillance, and theft in modern history since World War II, how could you possibly say that a Fedgov shutdown would be bad? Now, if Chris's position was that the Fedgov shutdown is a ruse, it's a red herring, a false flag, a psyop to shut down meaningful services to the average American so that they capitulate to a raising of the debt ceiling. That would be one thing. But I don't think he's making that argument. And I just have to publish my thoughts on this subject because I don't see it any other way. If it's a psyop and they're going to raise the debt ceiling, which at this point is like an annual or biannual ritual at this point. I mean, I haven't looked up the statistics, but I know it's been done almost annually for the last few years. And they just keep doing it. And people on the ground have any seemingly control over the decision making around that. And we suffer the consequences, which is a further devaluation of our money stuff, the dollar, because they raise the debt ceiling. Consequently, the public debt rises. They want more taxes to pay the interest on that debt. And we pay the price. I mean, like I said, the inflation related to that, that's where that manifests, so to speak. I guess there are some services which would be deprived. We would be deprived of as Americans, which we should consider, no doubt about it. But I just want to pose the question: is it good or bad? If it's bad, why is it bad? What are we going to lose? If it's good, what are we to gain? And from my perspective, I can't really name a Fedgov agency that should show up to work on Monday. and provide a service to the American public, which we should retain. Just think of the three-letter agencies. Securities and Exchange Commission. Are they protecting investors? No. They're protecting monopolists and obfuscating and causing chaos in the financial markets through ambiguous regulatory action. The CDC. Do I need to say very much on this? If I do, this video will probably be banned. Okay, the CDC. The IRS, the collection arm of the Federal Reserve Bank, ostensibly funding the debt-driven warfare machine. We know that the IRS does not pay for roads, bridges, police, firemen, teachers, the things that most people enjoy as a relationship with the government. Those are paid for through local taxes. And this shutdown would not shut down the local governments. It would just shut down the federal government. Okay, so let's keep going. FBI. Open to discussion here, but is the FBI providing a good service to the American public? Most people in the know already that the FBI is a PSYOP organization dedicated to apparently setting up patsies to frame the American public for various things, not excluding anything in addition to what I'll list here, but election fraud, domestic terrorism, white nationalism, and racism. I mean, you name it, they're involved. Okay, let's think about the CIA. CIA, should we continue funding that enormous foreign meddling mercenary force, essentially? Okay, most people will revert to the military. Okay, we want to defend our borders, but are we doing that? No. The borders we have are porous while we're sending billions to Ukraine. Okay, so that needs to stop. The Department of Education, most people, Department of Education, I said I need childcare basically for because I'm paying my property taxes. Well, property taxes pay for public schools, not the federal budget. Now, the Department of Education, they provide the budget goes to a lot of propaganda and regulation of at the local level, but do we need that? Is that a benefit? I mean, if they didn't show up to their desks on Monday morning, would we really lose out on so much? The FDA, are they providing a service, or are they getting a lot of things wrong, protecting corporate interests, creating a scenario where we're actually manufacturing poorer health than we are better health? EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, are they protecting Lahaina in Hawaii? The DoD, Department of Defense, are they defending the public from the dangers they face? I mean, you can go on and on and on and on. That's my honest question to the YouTube community. If you're listening to this on ztitic.news, I will post the back and forth I've had with the Cuomo show. I wish they had me on. I would have plugged CNN. I would have eviscerated Chris Cuomo for his stance that a Fedgov shut down. Only if you believe that the Fedgov is shutting down, quote unquote, for psy-optical reasons, to get us into some other scenario, would I agree? But as it stands, I pray for a Gov shutdown, Fedgov shutdown. I think it would be one of the best things that's ever happened to the country since the revolution if the Fedgov at large, not selectively, not like just the parks and the other things that might impact our infrastructure, but like everything. I'm willing to take some pain for any kind of infrastructure that might be cut off if we can like extricate this parasite that is sucking the blood out of everyone. Let's have a Fedgov shutdown. Let's let it happen. Let's just deal with the pain, and those people can find productive jobs in the private sector, providing value. And if they can't, well, welcome to the club of disenfranchised individuals who are, impacted by Fedgov's actions. Because I'm sick and tired of them making decisions which impact the private sector, disenfranchising people, while Fedgov employees, they just get to sit there with their pensions, which is almost a non-existent idea in the private sector anymore, just by the way. So put your comments below. Is Fedgov shutdown a good thing or a bad thing? If so or not, why not, or why so? And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this content if you like it, and visit and bookmark ztitic.news, the next generation news network, the first next generation news network powered by Theta.